Hey guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm Veronica.
I'm Britt.
And this is our special guest, Tori, is here, and we're here to spill the tea, talking about another topic tonight, another juicy topic that is, and it is toxic people. And we all know some toxic people in our lives, right? I mean, whether it's relationships, friendships, co-workers, family, we got some toxic people that we know. So we're trying to break down on how to deal with toxic people. Me personally, I tried to stay away from toxic people because when you deal with toxic people, it drains you. Like, it brings you totally down. You don't want to be around somebody that's always has something negative to say. Either they're talking about someone else or they're talking about themselves. Oh, I don't feel good today. Like, it's something every single day when it comes to toxic people. And you just have to separate yourself from those people. And sometimes it's hard, especially when you talk about a family member.
Oh, yeah.
You know, someone that you're close to, whether it's a family member that's in your home or a family member lives somewhere. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult when it comes to a family member and letting that person go. But sometimes you have to, because that will start making your life toxic. You know? How do y'all feel about toxic people?
Well, going into the difficulty of it, first things first, you got to actually know when to identify a toxic person. I mean, that's the first thing. If you don't recognize that a person in your life is toxic, how do you get rid of them?
Right.
So that's the question I pose. How do you identify a toxic person?
That mouth. The words that come out of that mouth is...
How I identify a toxic person for me personally, when they're constantly complaining, which is draining.
Right.
Like, they're complaining to the point where, sometimes you see somebody calling and they're such a complainer that when you see them calling, you like, I'm not answering
Right.
that.
Here we go.
I'm not answering that call.
Yeah.
Then you have the toxic people that are negative as far as bringing you gossip.
Right.
And I'm the type of person, I've always been this way. If you tell me something about someone, I'm not going to pay attention to what you say.
Yeah.
I get to know people for myself.
Right.
So I can't stand. That's the quickest way for me to cut you off. If you bring gossip to me,
Yeah.
my cutoff game is strong.
Right. And see, a lot of people is not that strong. Like you have people that feeds off toxic people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just want more and more and more.
But then that's the next question. Are you toxic?
Me?
Because, I mean, yourself, at some point, like, if you look up, because at some point, you got to be real with yourself. It can't always be everybody.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
If you look up and you feel like, well, man, I'm so sick of these people bringing me gossip and blah, blah, blah. Well, why are you the one they're running to with it?
Right.
Are
you the ringleader?
Are you the ringleader?
Yeah.
Are you the one who initiate that toxic energy first to make people feel like, okay, this is what we're doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, when is it time to let toxic people go? That's in your life, like.
That's a good one, because I believe in giving people a fair chance. But when is when?
Well, for me, my tolerance is very low.
Yeah.
If I see you're speaking negative constantly after 2 times I speak with you, you go on the block, delete this. You no longer exist to me. I'm sorry, that's just how I am.
But how about if it's a family member, though?
Well, with family members, it can be a little different. With family members, I set boundaries, because I'm not going to be in your presence to allow you the opportunity to hurt me over and over again. I'll set boundaries. Now, with family, you have to be careful with that. So you can set boundaries with family. But if you are a friend or an associate,
right,
like Britt said, snip, snip.
yeah, time to go. But, we all can say that we dealt with toxic people, at a certain period in our lives, like high school. You dealt with that stuff just to deal with. I mean, you always been the person that didn't like. She was always the person that didn't like the drama, pretty much. But yeah, she inspired.
Right. Tolerance level this big.
Right. But I mean, you have to, because it will make your life miserable. like you're at a good space in your life, but then you have this toxic person that's always constantly in your ear with something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whether it's about them, like I said, whether it's about them, whether it's about a family member, whether it's about a coworker. Now, how do you deal with coworkers? Now, now, if you think about it, now coworkers, they're pretty much family because you're around them.
And it's worse because they're, you can have those family members, if they throwing the cookout, this just be one I want to attend. If we both at the cookout, I'm gonna stay on this side, they're gonna stay on that side. But see, work is a little different. Yeah. Because you have no choice.
Right.
Let's say we cube mates, and you just don't vibe with the type of person I am. What can you honestly do about it?
Right.
Because you still got to come to work every day and sit on the other side of that cube, right, adjacent to me.
What I did was ignore them. Mm-hmm. I put my headphones on, put my music on, read my scriptures, and ignore them. If they needed to speak with me, sorry. If it's not business related, don't talk to me.
And and that's and that's a good point because it's like when you get in that zone, say you putting your headphones on and you're not paying them any mind, you don't want to hear what they got to say, you ignoring them, but then you come off as being sedity, uppity. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And the kids these days, they have a big issue with that. Like, they don't know how to control that. They want to get along with everyone. Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And realistically in life, the older you get, the more you'll recognize you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
Period. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you got to go around in life, okay, because she don't like me, we got to fight. Right. That doesn't mean that. But it just means y'all might not be friends. Y'all may never hang out. Yeah. Y'all can see each other, be in the same place, say hi, keep it moving, but y'all that's never going to be y'all.
Right.
But I think, kids now, that is something they struggle with.
Right.
Because there's a need to always be liked.
Their peer pressure. What you
I was just going to say that when I went through that at work, on a particular job, I was called antisocial. But guess what? I'm going to be Miss Antisocial. I'm going to be Miss Goody Two-Shoe. I'm going to be Miss Positive. Just keep it real. Say what you want. I don't care. Yeah. I have been delivered from public opinion years ago. So what you say about me doesn't matter.
And see, that's strong-minded. Oh, yeah. Like, a lot of people have issues with that. Like, they don't know how to...
They need that validation of others.
Yeah. Like, they need that drama. Come on, bring me. What's the tea today, girl? Like, they need that to keep going. Yeah. And that's not good. Mm-mm. That's not good. And speaking, can you change someone that's toxic? I mean,
I say yes and no. Now, I wouldn't say make it your life's purpose and you look up and you've spent years of your life trying to change someone, but I do feel that you could be an influence on someone. Yeah. You may become friends with someone who had no ambition, right, or who was self-conscious or whatever the case is, and just them being around you, seeing how you move, seeing how you operate, influence them enough to do something. Right. To hold their chin up, to, I don't know, start a business or whatever it is. So I do feel like you could influence someone to change, but...
Yeah. And that should be the focus. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help someone change in a positive way. Not trying to stay on their level and act the same way just so y'all can stay friends and be buddy. It's like helping them out, helping them understand the bigger picture is not talking about people and, not always bringing the drama. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you have to be that strong person. Man. And, we got types of toxic.
Oh, yeah.
What about toxic when you're dating someone who's toxic? Because sometimes, I know I've been there, well, I'm in my 40s now, but I know 20 years ago when I was in my 20s, because I felt like I loved this person, I would accept them talking down to me. I would accept them saying, oh, you gained weight or you need to go to the... I accepted that because I love this person. And even though you're telling me I gained weight, I'm accepting you with your flaws. Right. But you're not accepting me. You're not accepting me with my flaws.
You and your belly.
Yeah, exactly. Like your belly out here, but you're telling me I need to go to the gym. Yeah. But I mean,
and I think that's probably one of the hardest ones. Because, in relationships, when feelings are involved, it's difficult because you find yourself justifying everything. Mm-hmm. Yes. Somebody else that doesn't know them can look at it and be like, they toxic.
Right.
They ain't right. And then
Yeah.
you'll find a way to justify, oh no, they're just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that
he's just
because
tired.
you feel like you have to have someone? You have to have
Someone around.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
At that time, I would say I felt like I needed somebody.
Yeah.
I needed validation from someone at that time because at that particular time in my life, I had low self-esteem. And I would accept a lot of verbal as well as physical abuse. I will be transparent and be honest. But now,
Yeah. You
Cut
lived
game
it.
strong.
Yeah, like you lived it. You lived it. So you know what
yeah,
you know how much you can take
Right.
now.
yeah, yeah.
And
It's a
sometimes,
process.
I mean, a lot of times, most of the times, you have to go through things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To get the full meaning.
Because you
of-
never truly know what you're going to do in a situation until you've been there.
Right.
And then once you've been there, how you react going forward.
And don't you? I cannot stand when people be like, "Oh, girl, I would have did this."
You don't
Oh
know.
man,
Yes.
I would have did this. You don't
You
know.
don't know.
No, you don't know. You don't
If
know.
you've never been in that,
Because everybody is different.
everyone is different.
And we talk about this all the time. Everybody is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Everyone.
Mhm.
I mean,
one
just,
woman may get cheated on and she's like, let me get cute.
right,
Stunt real fast. The next one might get cheated on and she about to jump off a bridge.
right.
Yes.
But seriously,
Yes,
everybody's
right.
fuse
Handles,
is different.
yeah.
Everybody handles things differently. And so you just can't, that's why you got to be careful in life how you treat people.
Right,
You know,
right.
and just think about how you treat people.
Right. You have
And
to.
speaking of what you're saying about the cheating part, doesn't it now? Is it just me, or do you get this vibe where when the females? I hate when females say, "Well, at least he's coming home to me."
Yeah.
I hate that line.
Right.
So if you're going to accept that, guess what? They're going to continue
Right.
to
Right.
do it.
Girl,
You-
that's a
you
whole
set
other
the bar.
topic.
You set the bar right here. And now he ain't good. You set
Yeah.
the bar right here.
That's a whole
right.
other topic
Whole
right
other
there.
topic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna be bringing the tea. Like that is a topic
Oh,
of its
yeah.
own.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
But then
God.
it goes right in because it's a never-ending cycle. It goes right into the toxic,
Right.
having someone toxic in your life. I mean, that's one of I've seen both men and women, a toxic relationship, oh man,
Yeah.
could just be the end of all for people. I've seen that. I've seen that. I've
Oh,
seen
it's
people, go broke. I've seen
Yeah.
people lose sight of their ambitions, sight of their dreams,
Mm-hmm.
neglect their children, just so wrapped up in trying to make something toxic right.
Now there's this toxic. There's like 7. Because we did research, and there's like 7 different types of toxic people, and there's one called the straight jacket.
Ooh.
The straight jacket is someone who wants to control everything and everyone around them. Now that's toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't have your way, it's their way
Or no way.
or no way. We definitely know the straight jacket
Oh, yeah.
toxic
Oh,
people.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah. And to those kind of people, there are no lanes.
No lane.
You know how they say in life, everybody has their lane. Everybody has their responsibilities and what they're good at. To a straight jacket,
Right.
there is no lane. It's my lane.
Yeah.
And the rest of y'all stand on
Either
the
you
sidewalk.
either you riding with me or you not.
Or you not.
Yes.
Or you
Oh,
not.
my
Yeah,
God.
that's scary.
It is.
Well, we all know toxic people in our lives. But I guess what can we do? But pray for them, right?
I mean, that's
Well,
it.
that's the best thing we can do for pray for them. And, just because, I can only speak for me. Just because I cut you off does not mean I love you any less. I'll just love you over here and you stay
Right.
over there.
Right.
That's
Right,
the
right.
thing.
That's a really
I mean,
good point.
yeah.
Because people, you should never apologize for trying to better your life.
Right.
And my thing is, what if I come to the conclusion that I'm also unhealthy for you?
Right.
So it's not just about me thinking of me. What if I'm saying we ain't right for each other?
Right.
Us being friends and us being girls hanging out, we ain't good for each
Right.
other. It's what you need and what I need.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I love
Right.
you less.
Right.
It's just I feel like this is the best thing, for us to do is to go our separate
Right.
ways.
And maybe 5 years down the road, you are different you and I'm a different me.
when you're mature. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stumble across my words.
You're fine.
But you know what I'm saying? The older you get, the wiser you get.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel so bad for these kids these days. Like they just, I don't know. It's so much different from when we were.
Oh, God,
When we
yes.
were coming up. But that is a totally different subject as well. For these kids,
especially teenagers.
Oh my God. Yes.
Oh
But
my
guys,
God.
that's the subject tonight. Is the topic is toxic people, and I don't know.
When y'all get a minute, do a little research.
Yeah.
We found out about the seven different types of toxic people. We mentioned one, which was a straitjacket.
Yeah.
There's 6 more.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm
So
pretty sure
just-
you can identify with some.
Yeah. And if you have someone toxic in your life, how about go ahead and try to, slide on out that door, because eventually your life is going to be toxic.
Oh yeah.
The longer you stay around someone that's toxic in your life, whether it's relationship, family, coworker, whatever the situation, neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It can even be children as well.
and
yeah.
children.
You have to be mindful of the kids that you allow your children to be around as well.
Right. Yeah, it could be toxic.
And also, when you guys do a little research and look at these 7 different types, also do a little soul searching. When you read them, they will describe in detail what each one of these types of toxic people are.
Yeah.
If it sounds a little bit like you, don't get upset, but take heed. Take heed. And if you're reading and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that too.
Mhm.
Then it's a little self-reflecting, like, well, maybe I'm a toxic person.
Right.
So if you
Maybe I look
happen
at
to stumble
myself.
across some
Yeah.
research and you read a few things, and it may not be something extreme. Like maybe you're a little judgmental, but never realized you are.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean,
But
something
yeah,
to work on.
and it's the toxic people that we're talking about the real strong toxic people that, you can look at them and they look toxic.
Yeah, there are some
Smell
people.
in the air.
There are some people that they thrive off being mad every day.
Yeah.
I have a particular friend that they thrive off drama, and they enjoy being mad. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like mad all
It
the
ain't
time.
right.
Now I can
How
vouch
do
for
you be
that.
mad every day?
Oh yeah, and it's not like a constant, like hour by minute by second. Like I was at that point where I used to just get angry for no reason. Like I would
Wow.
just get angry. Like
You
no
didn't know
lie.
why.
That's a whole nother topic.
Jeez.
Toxic people, guys. That's what we're talking about tonight. Now, if you want to be a guest of Tangy Tea of Life, go to tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Leave comments, topic suggestions, and like I said, if you want to become a guest, if you're in the South Carolina area, hit us up at tangyteaoflife@gmail. Hit us up at tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. All right. Another special thank you to our friend Tori for stopping by and hanging out with us
I feel
tonight.
special.
You are special.
Thanks for coming out. And guys, make sure you stay tuned. Another hot topic is coming your way right here at Tangy Tea of Life. I'm Veronica.
And I'm Britt.
See you later.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Thank you.
Always on point.
Yes. Tap that bell so that you can know when the next video has arrived. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.